Students, today I am telling you about the free radicals, the chemical species that contains one or more unpaired electron on any atom is called free radical. The chemical species that contains one or more unpaired electron on any atom is called free radical. It is a reaction intermediate. It is a reaction intermediate. For example, first example belongs to inorganic chemistry and the later examples will belong to organic chemistry, which is the actual reaction intermediate. Say H, this is hydrogen free radical. It is hydrogen free radical, or better to write hydrogen atom, because it carries only one electron in its outermost shell. So it is hydrogen atom or hydrogen free radical. This is chlorine atom. Chlorine atom. You already know that chlorine in atomic form carries 7 electrons in its valence shell. So it is chlorine atom or chlorine free radical. See example, oxygen. Oxygen, total number of oxygen. Total number of electron in oxygen is 12. Say 6 electron in this case and 6 electron in this case. So total number of oxygen in case of oxygen molecule is 12 electron. See the situation. 2 electron, 2, 2, 6, 8, 10, and these 2 electrons are unpaired. So this is unpaired electron. So oxygen is diradical. 2 unpaired electron, it is diradical. Similarly, in case of nitric oxide, nitrogen carries 6 electron in its valence shell. Nitrogen carries 5 electron in its valence shell. So total number of electron is 11. Now see the distribution. 4 electrons and 4, 8, and this is 10. 1 electron here, which is unpaired. This is unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. This is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide. Similarly, we can write nitrogen dioxide like that. Total number of electron in this case is 6, 6 and 5, 17 electrons in nitrogen dioxide. In 17, out of 17 electrons, 2, 2 and 4, 8, 10, 12 and 16, this is unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. So it is a radical, nitric oxide. So these are the inorganic examples. They do not behave as reaction intermediate. We are concerned only with the carbon free radicals. So See here, hydrogen atom or hydrogen free radical same, chlorine atom or chlorine free radical same. This is oxygen molecule. Oxygen molecule in ground state behaves as a diradical. So these are the two unpaired electrons, so named diradical. In case of nitric oxide, nitrogen carries one unpaired electron, so it is free radical. Its total number of electrons in nitric oxide is 11. Out of these, one is unpaired. In case of nitrogen dioxide, this is not nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. Total number of electrons in nitrogen dioxide is 17. Out of 17 electrons, 16 electrons are paired, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2 and 2. This is unpaired electron. So all these examples belong to inorganic chemistry. They are not the reaction intermediate. Our study is to focus only on the carbon free radicals. Our study is to focus on the carbon free radicals. Carbon free radicals. That is, unpaired electron is present on carbon. That is, unpaired electron is present on the carbon. Present on the carbon atom. Carbon atom. So, named carbon free radicals. Our study is to focus on the carbon free radicals. Carbon free radicals, that is, unpaired electron is present on the carbon atom. For example, unpaired electron is present on the carbon atom. For example, see CH3, first member, methyl radical. Second one is ethyl radical. Ethyl radical. Third one is CH3 CH isopropyl radical. Isopropyl radical. Third one is tertiary butyl radical. Tertiary butyl radical. So these are the carbon free radicals. You can classify it as 1 degree because unpaired electron is present on the 1 degree carbon or the primary carbon. This is 2 degree because unpaired electron is present on the secondary carbon or 2 degree carbon. Similarly, it is 3 degree because unpaired electron is present on the tertiary carbon or 3 degree carbon. So we may classify as primary free radical, secondary free radical and tertiary free radical. All these free radicals are saturated. There are some unsaturated free radicals too. Other double bond containing, other double bond containing free radicals are other double bond containing free radicals are. This is CH2 double bond CH2. This is allyl radical. Allyl radical. This allyl radical may be 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree. This is benzyl radical. Benzyl radical. This radical may be 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree. One more, this is PH3. See, PH, and this is benzene ring part, phenyl, we can say like that. This is triphenyl methyl radical. Methyl radical. Similarly, cyclic free radicals may also possible. So this is cyclohexene. You can write like that. This is cyclohexene, cyclohexene, and if it is there on this carbon, so this is the allylic position, so cyclic hexanyl radical. It is a form of cyclic allylic radical. A cyclic but a cyclic radical. Other free radical which is very interesting, you will see it like that. This is benzene ring. It carries methyl group here. It carries methyl group here. So it is CH3 here. This is Cl3 here, and this is the tertiary free radical. This is 3 degree radical. If you want to know its name, so it is trichlorophenyl, trichloromethyl. This is trichloromethyl. This is methyl. Trichloromethyl, methyl. This is benzyl group. So it is O dash or 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6 dimethyl benzyl. This is benzyl part, benzyl radical. This is very important radical. I will tell you about its stability later on. The other important free radical is, this is triphenol derivative. You know this about this free radical. This is triphenyl methyl radical. Now you put here OCH3. You put here OCH3. Again you write OCH3 and OMe. Again write OMe. You write here OMe. You write here OMe. This is radical, very stable radical due to पर इसमें छोटा सा जी CH3 the 2,4,6. This is 2,4,6 trimethyl. This is 2,4,6 trimethyl benzyl radical. This carries 6 methoxy substituent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is a stable compound due to steric hindrance. I will tell you the name later on. This is a stable 3 degree radical. I will tell you the cause of stability later on. So these are the general introduction about the carbon free radicals. Now see the structure and the stability. Structure and stability. Structure and stability. Of free radicals. I take, to make you clear about the structure and the stability, I take up methane as the reference molecule. A reference molecule is, this is methane, H, this is H and H. This is methane molecule. This has got tetrahedral geometry. The hybridization of this carbon is sp3. Now you convert this methane into methyl free radical. See what happens. Homolysis. This undergoes homolysis along any CH bond. Say this breaks, this goes here and this comes here. So we get this structure. This is unpaired electron. This is H. This is H. This is H. This is unpaired electron. Now look over here. This carbon is in sp3 hybridized state. So carbon है, the methane is in sp3 hybridized state, and its resulting radical is this methyl radical. This methyl radical. What is difference between these two? This is stable. Its octet is completed, but octet of this carbon is incomplete. It carries only 7 electrons, and this unpaired electron is in sp3 orbital. So what will be the hybridization of this carbon? Naturally it will be sp3. So sp3 hybridization, sp3 hybridized carbon, it has one unpaired electron, so it has got a spin. Because of this spin, it will press these nearby bonds, so there will be this electron and bond pair repulsion, unpaired electron and bond pair repulsion, so geometry will be pyramidal. Bond angle is reported to be 109 degree 5 minutes. If bond angle is same, hybridization is same, but what is difference? This is tetrahedral. This is tetrahedral, but in the case of methyl radical, the structure is pyramidal. So when methane is changing into a methyl free radical, it changes its shape from tetrahedral to pyramidal shape. This is tetrahedral while this is in pyramidal shape. And the unpaired electron is in sp3 hybridized state. So we can say that the hybridization of methyl radical is sp3. But this is important point to mention here. Note, when hydrogen H of methyl radical is replaced by other alkyl group, by the alkyl group, the resulting radical The radicals so obtained, the radicals, what radicals mean? Alkyl radicals. Alkyl radicals so obtained or stabilized by hyperconjugation, shown as when H, and hydrogen atom of methyl radical is replaced by the alkyl group, the alkyl radicals so obtained or stabilized by resonance, or stabilized by hyperconjugation, shown as, say it is, suppose CS, this radical, and one hydrogen replaced by CS3. So this CS3 is the alkyl group, so it is ethyl radical. It shows resonance, hyperconjugation, like that. One electron goes over here and other comes over here, and it also comes over here. So there is formation of double bond, and this is free radical, PS2, and this is the CS2, and so on. Because it carries 3 alpha hydrogens, so it will give 3 more structures. Total number of hyperconjugative structure is 4. What information we receive from this hyperconjugation? It shows that ethyl radical is planar. This hyperconjugation tells us that this hyperconjugation effect, this hyperconjugative right to stabilization tells us that number 1, ethyl radical is planar. Ethyl radical is planar. Second, it tells that this electron has migrated to this position. There is formation of double bond. It means the carbon containing an unpaired electron, behaves as a sp2 carbon. That is why this radical becomes planar. Although parent radical CS3 radical has sp3 hybridization. So it is the notable point that the carbon atom of methyl radical is in sp3 hybridized state, but when it is converted into alkylated radicals, then its behavior becomes like sp2 carbon. And when sp2 carbon exists, then molecule as a whole becomes planar. So this is the structure. Now see the stability. The stability point is various factors stabilize the stability of radicals. Number 1, inductive and hyperconjugative effect. Inductive and hyperconjugation effect. So plus I effect, या stability is proportional to plus I effect. More is plus I effect, more is the stability of free radical, just like carbocation. And further, stability is proportional to hyperconjugation, and hyperconjugation is proportional to number of alpha hydrogens, to number of alpha H. Now example for this is, say it is CH3, CH2, CH3, CEH3, it is more stable. CH3, CH2, CH3, it is this is radical, this is the free radical, and in turn CH3, CH2, CH and CH, and lastly it is the CH3. This is least stable. CH is most stable. Region is, this is plus I effect maximum, number of alpha hydrogens 3 and 2, 8 alpha H. In this case, this plus I effect moderate, and number of alpha hydrogens 3 to 5 alpha hydrogens. In this case, it has got only one plus I effect list number of alpha hydrogen 2 alpha H, plus I effect absent, and hyperconjugation absent, plus I effect absent, hyperconjugation is absent, so it is least stable. So this is the order of stability which I explained on the basis of plus I effect and the hyperconjugation. So hyperconjugation maximum, as the number of alpha H is maximum. More is the number of alpha hydrogen, more is the extent of hyperconjugation. In this case, hyperconjugation is lesser than this. In this case, again lesser, and here it is absent. Plus I effect absent, hyperconjugation effect is absent. Number 2, resonance stabilization. Resonance stabilization. The radical in conjugation to pi bond, undergoes delocalization and stabilize the radical More is the number of resonating structure, more is the stability. The radical in conjugation to pi bond undergoes delocalization and stabilize the radical through resonance. More is the number of resonating structure, more is the stability. For example, see the example of allyl radical. See the resonance. It is very important to understand here. This bond this comes over here. This bond undergoes homolysis. One electron comes over here and one electron goes over here. Now see, one electron and these two electrons, 3 electrons delocalize over 3 carbon atoms. Again, this odd number of electron, unpaired electron comes over here. This bond carrying 2 electrons undergoes homolytic fission. One comes over here, another goes over here. What will happen? CH2, this is here, CH, CH2. Its resonating structure is very interesting. So it is carbon like that. This is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. No, it is the see like that. This carbon is 1, 2 and 3. 2 carbon and 3 carbon. This odd number of electron, this pair of electron, all is spread over the carbon. So we get the resonating structure like that. This is the resonating structure. And one electron, actually one electron delocalized from this carbon atom to this carbon atom. This carbon has gone to that position. This unpaired electron has gone to that position. So it starts from here and goes over here. It starts from this carbon and goes over here. What will happen? Half electron of this goes to half here. So a single unpaired electron delocalizes over 3 carbon atoms. A single electron delocalizes from 1 position to 3 positions, from C1 to C3 and vice versa. It will from 3 to 1 or from 1 to 3. So a single electron delocalizes from 1 to 3 positions, C1 to C3 positions. Or in other words, you can say that 3 electrons spread over 3 carbon atoms, or you can say that 3 electrons spread over 3 carbons. 3 carbons. 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, and number of electron, 1 carbon, 1 electron is here, and 2 electrons from this bond. So total number of electron are 3, 1 and 2, 3, and 3 electrons is spread over 3 carbon atom. The 3 electrons is spread over 3 carbons, and a single electron delocalizes from C1 to C3 and vice versa. This is important. This is resonance hybrid. The other example of different degree of allyl carbon ions. No, different degree of allylic free radicals. A relative order of allylic free radicals is a relative order of stability of allylic radicals or 3 degree is more stable. So it is CS2, CH, C, CS3 and CS3. This is 3 degree allylic, more stable than 2 degree allylic. This is 2 degree allylic, and it is more stable than 1 degree allylic. This is 1 degree allylic. So this is relative order: 1 degree allylic, 2 degree allylic, 3 degree allylic, 3 degree allylic radical. Similarly, we can take the other conjugated radicals of phenyl groups. So benzylic radicals attain stability due to resonance. See with benzyl radical. This is benzyl radical. See the resonance. Important to mention here. This comes over here, and this pi bond undergoes homolysis. One comes over here, and other goes to pair it, like that. So these free radicals migrate like this, and this pi bond undergoes homolysis. One electron come over here to form a bond, and another goes on the carbon. CH2. This is like that. As it is delocalized over the ring. 4 structures are produced. So the relative order, relative stability, relative order of stability among the benzylic radical is H. 3 degree is more stable than 2, and 2 is more stable than 1 degree. So this is relative order. This is 3 degree benzylic carbon, 3 degree benzylic radical. This is triphenyl methyl radical. Triphenyl methyl radical. It is 3 degree. It is more stable than 2 degree. Say it is pH. See, this is pH and this is N. This is 2 degree. This is diphenyl methyl radical, and this is 1 degree. This is benzyl free radical. This is 1 degree. So this is order of stability among the benzylic radicals. Now third point of stability, steric factor. Third, steric effect. Steric effect of the substituent. Steric effect of the substituent at the ortho positions. At the ortho positions stabilize the carbon, stabilize the radical, stabilize the radical, because such substituents prevents the radical to attain its octet. You know that when octet is complete, then molecule becomes stable. So steric effect of substituents at the ortho positions stabilize the radical, because such substituents prevent the radical to attain its octet. For example, one example already mentioned. This is CS3, this is CCl3, this is CS3, this is CH3, this is CS3. So this free radical, it is tertiary in nature. This free radical is tertiary. So CCl3, Cl atom is larger, it is 3 in number. Methyl group, it is in sp3 hybridized state, so it has volume. This has volume. This CS3, which is on the ortho positions, prevents this radical to go into the ring, and it prevents to attain octet, because when it will shift into the ring, then it will complete its octet. But these two ortho substituents prevent this radical to participate in resonance. These two ortho substituents and also these substituents do not allow the radical to participate in resonance, or in other words, this radical stays for a longer period. Thus, this radical stays as such for more periods. Thus, this radical stays as such for more periods. The other example is Say this is, you already know about it. This is 3-degree radical, triphenyl methyl radical. It participates in resonance, no doubt. It participates in resonance. Radical participates in resonance and becomes stable. But now see the change, what happens. The same radical this is the ring. The same radical, when substituted at the ortho positions by methoxy group, like that, this is methoxy group, this is methoxy group, this is 3-degree radical. So it attains stability due to resonance, but this does not participate in resonance, but stay for a longer period, because there is no entry of the other substituent, there is no entry of the other entity, so that it may acquire or it may complete its octet. So these are the six ortho substituents creates hindrance. The 6 substituents create hindrance. The 6 OCS3 substituents creates hindrance to complete the octet complete its octet. The radical therefore stay for longer period. As such, this is cause of stability. This is cause of stability. So in these examples there is steric hindrance which stabilizes the free radical. Thank you.